Unfortunately, my dad did not make me lunch, and I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping he had some delicious meal prepared. So I'm going to have to cook on stream right now. I brought all the ingredients. You guys are going to see the famous microwave stew. Okay. I got everything I need. We got seasoning. We got everything. Actually, I want to get comfortable. Welcome to the kitchen, everybody. Is it pathetic to cook while in a reclined position? Is that bad? Okay. Got everything. All right. This is the dream, guys. Slammy Jam gets it. People just don't know how to cook, man. You gotta cook comfortable. Sit down. Drink some water. Relax. Recline. Ooh. I forgot we got more peanut butter now. Now I can have peanut butter and crackers again. I've been missing you, peanut butter and crackers. My long lost friends. It's amazing how much room I have to set all this stuff. I don't hide them. I have to put them somewhere, and I don't have a counter to put them on. This is my shelving, guys. How tall am I? I'm 6'4". I make fun of anyone under 6 feet. So if you're under 6 feet, you midget. I don't like midgets. I look down on them, literally. I kick midgets. I punt midgets like football. Okay. I think I need 1 more minute of defrosting on the meat. There we go. Okay, now um actually, let me take some paper towel. I'm gonna spray this potato off. Oh, I didn't wash my hands. Gotta wash my hands first. No, you just put it. You put the meat, the frozen meat, in the microwave for 5 minutes. I already did 4 upstairs before I came down here, and that thaws it out enough to be able to break the meat in half and take however much you want. Like, I don't need all of the meat in that package. Alright, so I'll just let that sit. Is that bleach? No, this is just water. I'm not going to bleach a potato. Ew, a lot of dirt came off here. I'm surprised. Look at that. Never going to eat a potato again. Okay. Actually, I could put this. I'm losing stuff. I swear I had another Tupperware. I'm living for his cooking. Too bad you guys can't taste it, because I'm the best microwave chef of all time. Of all time. You don't even know. Like, I'm a good chef in general, but not many people can claim they're a microwave chef. Microwaving plastic is not good. I microwave the food in Tupperware, so it's better be good. If microwaving was dangerous, then they wouldn't be in every house in the world. I researched it. It's not bad. It's not dangerous. I'm not going to put solder in a potato. This water has not been sitting for 3 months. I use this water like daily. I just refilled it a couple days ago. I do not clean my junk with that spray. Okay. So I think we can cut the potatoes now. That would be a good next step. Actually, I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit more. And this is the most relaxing way to cook, guys. You got to get a nice, comfy chair. Get all your ingredients. And you're good. I'm saying the defrost setting on the microwave is still microwaving, and you did it to the plastic. I didn't use defrost setting. I use normal setting. I don't defrost. I use like normal cooking setting. I think that the heat waves pass right through the plastic, and it's fine. Heck, when you microwave a potato, you wrap it in cling wrap and put it in the microwave. It's the same thing. That's how you're supposed to cook a potato. You wrap it in cling wrap, you poke it with a fork, and you put it in the microwave. That's like standard. So it's not dangerous to microwave plastic. Don't say that, Shadow Mark. My lifestyle needs to stay the same after marriage. Anna needs to let me be guard dog. Please don't do what? Guys, I've been cutting potatoes like this my whole life. Since I was 5 years old. You just use your fingernails to grip the potato. You dig them in. That's how you don't cut yourself. This is all fingernail grip. Nothing's under it. A little melted plastic on a tater. It's not even melted. Ha! Gabby, you have such a positive outlook. See, Gabby's clearly a girl, and she sees roses when she sees marriage. You guys are the ones saying, "Oh, that wife's gonna ruin your life." You can see I'm the perfect husband. I know how to cook. I know how to make robots. I know how to provide. I should be able to make a woman happy. Basement couple stream team. The worst part of marriage will be I might have to leave this room more often, which will suck, but hopefully just to sleep, and then I'll come back for the whole day after I'm done sleeping. Although I'd like to still sleep in here at least some of the time. What? Poor Anna! What did I do? Lucky Anna. Are you kidding me? Alright, potatoes are done. Okay, I will leave the room. As little as possible, but I will leave it. It's time for onions. Ew. These potatoes made my plate dirty. Guys, I'm living the life right now. Got my comfy office / storage closet that I cook in. This is like celebrity kitchens. Wait until I get an oven in here. I put it on my Amazon wish list, so hopefully my mom will buy me an oven for Christmas. Then I'll be able to bake in here and everything. So far I'm limited to just microwave. Actually, I never really get onion tears. I get it done with pretty quickly. Hey, I don't hoard. Everything in this room is here for a purpose. And I'm a roboticist, so the reason for everything in here is explained by I build robots. By the way, as proof I'm not a hoarder, I actually watched multiple seasons of the show American Hoarders, or Hoarding Buried Alive on TLC, and I became convinced that there's a possibility I could be a hoarder or could become a hoarder. So I threw away 60 to 70% of my belongings, many of which over the past 5 years I've needed and wished I hadn't thrown away. So that's proof I'm not a hoarder. I was willing to throw away all my stuff just to make sure I'm not a hoarder because I was afraid I might be a hoarder. But it turns out I'm not. I just had a need for a lot of stuff because I am involved in a lot of different types of activities that require a lot of tools and materials. I'm a jack of all trades, so I need a lot of stuff. Oh, am I supposed to be crying right now? Sorry, it's not doing it for me. I need to rinse my hands. I'm not a hoarder! Yeah, I guess people need to know how to cook in a reclining position. That's why they're here. It's a valuable skill. And if you know how to make a microwave stew like I do, you got life made. You got life figured out. I'm almost out of saran wrap. Grr. I need more. What the heck? Resting ice cream cooking expert. That's pretty much my life in a nutshell. What's up, Swaymus? Ah. I swear, man. Struggling here. I didn't want to use as much cling wrap as I needed. I just made things harder. I could have just wrapped it a couple times, but... Alright. Can I ask you a personal question? Sure, go ahead. I can't guarantee I'll answer, but... Okay. No, I put tape over the cling wrap I put on the onion. What now? I think we're ready for the meat. How am I not dead yet? Why would I be dead? Do you have a girlfriend? I have a fiance actually. I upgraded my girlfriend to fiance status, and she said yes because I'm a good guy. She knows it. You guys know it. Uh-oh. Um. I rinse my hands a lot when I touch meat, especially, yeah, a lot of bacteria risk. Normally, I rinse my hands in the sink, but today we don't have a sink. You know what? I'm gonna get a sink in here though. I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm gonna run piping, and I'm gonna get like a source of water for my room. It's gonna be great. And I hope I got enough cling wrap. I need more. You know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna trade this one out for the cling wrap in the kitchen and restock. I'll be right back. Please wash hands. I already rinsed them. That's all you gotta do. Rinse hands with water is good enough. And I already... You don't need soap every time you touch meat. Imagine somebody at a barbecue grill washing their hands with soap and water each time they touch meat. That's ridiculous. Okay. Got a brand new roll of cling wrap. Life is good. I'm gonna go with second wrap actually. I'm not shy when I cling wrap stuff. There is no cross-contamination. What are you talking about? I rinsed my hands. My hands are dried and rinsed off with water. Water can get rid of any type of meat juice or blood. It's plenty. Alright, I'm going to use all of this chicken though. Because I'm a bodybuilder. We need our chicken. Wasting? I'm not wasting cling wrap. Your mom is a dictator. I feel sad for you. She's a Nazi. Kids in Africa do not want that cling wrap you used. Yeah, but there's healthy bacteria. And this meat is just thawed. It was frozen, so it shouldn't be bacteria laden. Okay, I'm gonna first dry my hands. Don't tell my mom. How will I kill everyone? Guys, I'm like a safe worker, man. Look at me. Every time I touch the meat, all you got to do. I already disinfected my hands. I started off with antibacterial wipes before I did anything. Okay, so I had to configure it in the bowl in a way that it'll sit as low as possible. So I'm going to put the sausages on top. Get the chicken nice and flat. So I gotta make room for all the toppings. Okay. And now, why don't I stream from the kitchen? Because the kitchen doesn't have my comfy chair, doesn't have my webcams, it isn't as cool as working in my room. I'd have to run Ethernet or a laptop to the kitchen. Ugh. But I mean, the chair is reason enough alone. Why would you want to work standing when you could be sitting? No, I only use my fingertips to touch the chicken, and then I grab the water bottle like this. Like this. I kept my fingertips all out. And then I did this. And then I did this. And I never touched it. My fingertips never contact the water bottle. And then I squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then I can touch it normally. So I'm very conscious of what my fingertips touch and where they touch. And as my hands dry now after being wet, I can feel the change from sticky to dry, so I can make sure I don't feel any sticky stuff touching anything, so I don't leave any meat juice on anything. I'm very conscious of these things. Why not wear rubber gloves? As a chef, it's just not very practical. Plus, like I said, you use your awareness of where on your fingers you touched what to avoid using that on something else. What's up, K-Ron? How is space? Space is good. I just grew these potatoes using my human feces. Alright, so we're going to start off with some garlic powder. Whoa, that's a lot. That came out fast. Oh, gosh. That was not intentional. I don't know why it came out that fast. Hope I didn't ruin it. Alright, we're going to throw on some seasoned salt. About a few tablespoons of each. Not ruined. You can recover from that. Let's say when it's done, I could dump out the juice and add water to water it down. Mushrooms. It's just dumping water. Wait, that's okay. This water is fine. Okay. Yeah, they do allow potatoes on the International Space Station, where I'm currently streaming from. Whoa. Gotta get the baby carrots. These help your vision, actually. Eat lots of carrots if you don't have good eyes. That's why I don't have glasses. Oh no, I'm kind of getting full here. Oh crud. I don't know if we have room for everything else. How did this happen? Well, I'm gonna put like... This is not good. Alright, I'll try to squeeze a little bit in the corners of this other stuff. I need... Here it is. No. You can't move half of it. You can't. You have to cook all this at once for exactly 58 minutes in the microwave. So there's no opportunity for retries or do-overs. It all needs to go in. Everything involved needs to go in. Gabby, I told you I'm a master of microwave stew. And you don't want bigger Tupperware. This is the exact correct size. Tested to exhaustion for years until I perfected it. Has to be this exact size bowl. Okay. I just need a couple peas and I'm done. Oh, I forgot the garlic. Wait, I forgot the Italian seasoning. It's very important. About a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons, maybe. Uh-oh. These are sweet peas. The last was canned tomato, diced tomatoes. What's up, Fap God? Welcome to the stream. What power and timing? Just default power, timing 58 minutes. What the? Why did that just fall off? Why is this a left-handed cutter? This thing is not working. Something's wrong with this. This is not my fault. This can is not compatible with this opener. Let's do it this way. Ooh, that's splashing. Will the chicken cook all the way through with not being cut up at least in half or 1/3? No. It will cook all the way through. And this particular chicken is not even as thick as some chickens I put in there. But if you get like one of these monster breasts, like really big, like as thick as my fist, you might need to cut it in half or in thirds. I've had it pink in the middle with a huge chicken breast, but the reason I cook it for 58 minutes, at around the 45-minute mark, the water comes to a complete boil, and it boils for about the last 13 minutes. So it's thawing and warming and cooking everything, and then fully boiling it at the very end. So it's very sanitary. It cooks it all the way through. I've done this with every type of meat you can imagine. and it's always frozen meat. I don't. I only microwave the meat for 5 minutes to thaw it a little bit, enough to break it. Using a can opener is definitely harder than making a robot, I agree. This can... Ah! It's not even worth it for a little bit of peas. Splash me in the face. Are we good? I think we're good. We're not good. Dang it. Yeah! Ha! Eat it! Eat it! Hey, don't be making fun of my bananas, Rick Star. Those are a necessary part of any growing boy. Any growing boy's office attire. Okay. Actually, that's the worst place to put this can. You can't see what I'm making. Let me do the dishes real quick. Antibacterial wipes are good to go. I'll rinse as well. For all you Nazis worried about chemical residue. There. I don't expect to hear any complaining now. Alright, so put in the salt, put in the garlic powder, put in the Italian seasoning, put in the baby carrots, diced tomatoes, peas, cut up the onions, cut up the potatoes, sausage, chicken breast. That's it, right guys? That's it. That's everything. And I would say this is not too much. It's not too much. It fit, more or less. Pat it down a little bit. You need a lap desk? I kind of have one, but I didn't feel I needed it for this project. I just lay like a board across my lap. Okay, so now we gotta prepare our microwave. Which... No, I'm not putting the banana. That's nasty. Okay. After we've cooked it 58 minutes, we're going to let it cool down a bit. And then we're going to add cheese, cook it another 10 minutes. So you want to put paper down on the bottom of the microwave, because paper towel, because it will spill when it starts boiling. It's going to spill. This captures basically water mixed with spice. You cover the entire bottom of the microwave with it. That will absorb the water and spice. When you pull it up, it's going to be steaming, and the floor of the microwave will just have filtered water that came through the paper towel, and it will be clean. It will dry through evaporation, so you don't even have to wipe the microwave. There's no mess. Now, you have to fill it with water. I'll fill it a little bit here, but I'm going to fill it in the microwave. Alright, I left about a 1/4 of an inch to the top, so it's not too hard. To balance it, you can eat the spiced kitchen towel. No, I don't think so. You really want to fill it all the way to the top. Alright, that's full. And now, so that no splashes of any food popping will fly out and hit the roof of the microwave, I put the lid just rested on top. That's it. I just rest it. I don't pop it on. And that's pretty much it. Time cook 5800 start. In 58 minutes, that's going to be a delicious stew, fully cooked. I'll take it out after letting it cool for a while, and I'll cut up the meat into bite-sized pieces and dump it back in. That's why I have a plate down here. I cut it on the plate, dump the meat back on top, stir it back in, and then a lot of times I notice the second time I cook it, it's even more tasty. And I add the cheese for the second cook. So the first cook, if I'm really starving, I'll just eat it how it is. It's not as flavorful. But if you really let it settle and then you reheat it and add the cheese for that second pass, it's a lot better tasting. Because I feel like the spices really soak in after it cools down. And the spices like settle and like absorb into the meat and potatoes more. Microwaves aren't designed to run that long. That may be true, but I've been doing this now for about 5 years, 4 or 5 times a month. It's never been a problem. Like if I wasn't talking and I just really focused, I could have gotten that whole thing prepared. Especially if I didn't have the stupid can opener issues. That slowed me down a lot. I could have finished that stew preparation in under 5 minutes, and this is enough for 2 meals. It's 2 to 3 meals. Big meals. I mean, like a grown 6'4" man. I mean, if you're like some 5'7" person that weighs 140, this is going to be 4 meals for you. And if you eat it with crackers or I don't know, bread of some sort. You can even stretch it out more. Um, by adding the cheese, adds a lot of flavor later on. I didn't add cheese now because it just like disintegrates the cheese if you cook it for an hour. So I always add the cheese later. Um, 10 minutes with cheese on it after I. Usually, this is what I do for variety. I'll eat it how it is, one meal. The next day, when I eat a second meal, I'll add the cheese and cook it for 10 minutes, and then it's good to go. So the second meal tastes better than the first. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Also, I highly recommend adding. You can do anything with the cheese. I recommend Velveeta. I recommend Munster cheese, and I recommend. So either one of those, you can mix it up for variety. You can mix up the type of meat. Sometimes you can put leftover hamburger meat in there. You can put pork chop meat in there. You can use different types of sausage. You can put bacon in there. Any meat, really. You can use leftover potato salad in there, just spoon it in. You can use leftover Italian salad. The best thing about it is you can use so much different stuff. You can substitute the potatoes with ramen noodles. Is your carb. I highly recommend adding sour cream on top. Oh, also another tip. So after the stew is done cooking, because it boils and water runs down the side, and there's spice and water stuck all over the side of the bowl and on the bottom of the bowl, I always have another bowl ready. So what I do when it's done cooking, I use a knife. I stick it in, fishing for the meat. I get like a sausage or a chicken breast. I poke it, and I pull it out, and I put it on a plate like this, and then I cut up the meat, and then I dump it back in the bowl. Now, once that's all done, I dump the entire bowl into a new bowl. That way you don't have to deal with the sticky side or bottom. A fresh bowl, and then the other bowl just goes in the sink for dishes. So it does require 2 bowls, a plate, a spoon, 2 knives, your vegetables of choice, your carbs of choice, your meat of choice. You can use frozen meat. You only need to thaw it enough to break away the amount of meat you need for your stew. You can use any meat. I always try to have a fatty meat in addition to a lean meat because the fat, when it boils, it gives the water the greasiness and flavor. If you don't have meat with any fat in it, it's not that good. It ruins the stew. So you can't just use chicken breast. You've got to use sausage or bacon or something, or ground beef with fat in it to cause the water to have those little greasy bubbles in it, and that's what really gives a good flavoring. I'll be adding this once it's done cooking, or maybe in the last minutes I'll add the mozzarella. And I'm also going to add maybe a few pieces of this Munster cheese. So I'll just keep that here for now. Why would I use the stove? First of all, that's dangerous. Okay, so check this out. Actually, I can answer that with a very good answer. Check this out, guys. Why don't I use the stove? I'll tell you why. When you set a microwave for 58 minutes, you can forget about it. You come back downstairs, or you turn around in my case because it's behind me. You go back to work. You continue with your day. You can even eat another meal. That thing will ding and it will stop and it's done. You don't have to check on it. You don't have to stir it. You don't have to worry about it overcooking and starting on fire and burning down the house. You can forget about it. You can even leave. You can leave for the day and come back. And it will be hot or warm at least, when you get back. You can wait this could be in here for 3 hours. I could be like, oh yeah, didn't I make a stew earlier? You walk to the microwave, you open it, it's hot and ready. 3 hours later. So, yeah, it's so much better than cooking over a stove, where you got to actually kind of be stressed out, set a timer, be paying attention to it, thinking about it. You can forget about it if you put it in a microwave because it's set to automatically shut off. Microwave's better because it shuts off on its own at a set timing. No, it would eventually cool down, but it stays warm for a surprisingly long amount of time. This microwave stew concept, anybody can do it. I'm telling you, 8 minutes and you get 2 meals. Delicious, melt in your mouth meals full of nutrition that will feed you for 2 days. In 8 minutes, you're done. I challenge anybody to beat that. And after that 8 minutes, you can forget about it. You walk away, you come back later that day, it's in the microwave warm. A theory behind an ulterior motive. Guys, don't tell me that doesn't look good. That's a potato with tomato and mozzarella on top and spices. So what part of that looks gross? I mean, that's basically a pizza. My real table, I don't have a table. This is my bedroom. I forgot something. I gotta cut up the meat in here. I didn't say that she is an amicable person because she is a transgender. I said we had an amicable discussion. How is that a stereotype? I can't stereotype a transgender person because I don't know enough of them to even formulate a stereotype. I hope no feminists are watching this. What did I say that was anti-female? What's up, Seth? Wow. Chicken's so tender, it's just falling apart. I can't even spike it with the knife to lift it up off the bottom. It just keeps falling apart. This is Hobo stew. It's microwave stew. Made it myself. Sausage is done. I think. What makes you think it's not done? That doesn't look done? It's not pink, is it? Nah, that's done. It's brown. It's not pink. Oh, you would fry it after? That sounds like a lot of extra work. You can see the chicken, which was below the sausage. The chicken's very easy to tell when it's raw. It's definitely pink, and this is completely white and falling apart. So if the chicken cooked through, you know the sausage cooked through. This chicken takes longer to cook than sausage. It's actually bratwurst. The water and the juice is what makes it a stew. It's a soup. It's just a very chunky soup with a lot of nourishment inside it. The opposite would be essentially boiled water and spices with a small amount of noodles and a very small amount of meat. This has a much higher nutrition factor. It's very meaty, very full of carbs, very satisfying.